Today we are reading the scariest phone alerts you can ever get. She looks like your mom. She's not. Bro, this is literally my worst nightmare. If you notice her eyes blinking vertically, wait, vertically? Oh my god. Or her posture remaining perfectly rigid while cooking, do not consume the food. Step outside immediately and call the emergency broadcast line. Guys, imagine looking at your own mom and seeing her eyes blinking vertically. Oh my god, I would just jump out the window immediately. I don't have the survival instincts of a wet tissue. If your dog starts laughing, run. If your pet begins mimicking human laughter, it means it has learned how to vocalize pleasure. Wait, vocalize pleasure? This is worded so creepily. Oh my god. It is laughing because it's just disabled the locks on your front door. That's terrifying. Guys, this is even worse than the previous one because usually we trust our pets with our lives, and these pets just stab you in the back. They set you up. No one can die anymore. Lock your doors. Wait, this is practically immortality, and usually people think of this as a superpower, but if everyone is immortal, this sounds like an apocalypse to me. An unknown chemical in the water has made all humans immortal. With 0 deaths, the world is instantly running out of food and water. Starving crowds who cannot die are breaking into houses to steal supplies. Block your doors and windows right now. Man, this is actually insane. This is a completely different kind of apocalypse. Just think about it. You can't even fight these people off because they'll just keep coming back. And what's even more terrifying is that you will be one of them. So you're gonna end up just like that, starving forever. This is an absolute nightmare. An identical Earth has been detected. Okay, space horror. These always hit differently. Astronomers report the mirror planet is occupying the exact same orbit behind the Sun. All civilian infrastructure must disconnect from the internet before the data sync overrides your local network. Wait, so no more bed rotting and scrolling? Oh my god, this is already peak horror. But they also mentioned data sync, which means that whatever is on that Earth is trying to download itself into our world. Your teachers are no longer human. A cognitive infection has compromised the entire teaching staff overnight. If you arrive at school tomorrow and notice all your teachers are staring at the whiteboard in total silence, do not step into the classroom. Drop your bag and run home. Guys, imagine seeing all of your teachers staring blankly at a wall. And if you make the tiniest sound with your backpack zipper, all of them are gonna turn around towards you at the exact same time. And if something like this ever happens to you, you know that you're fucked. If you see yourself outside, do not invite them in. Actually, if I see myself outside, I would shut every possible window immediately, let alone invite whatever the hell that thing is in. Doppelgangers are currently moving through the neighborhood mimicking residents. If you look out your window and see your exact double standing on the lawn, close the curtains, lock the door, and ignore them until they leave. One of your family members is an imposter. Perform a verbal authentication check immediately. If any family member hesitates or fails to remember a shared childhood memory, lock yourself in the nearest room and do not answer the door. This is basically a game of Among Us IRL. The living moon. Do not look up. The lunar surface is actively rupturing. A localized gravitational pull is drawing human biological matter upward into the sky. Secure yourself to a structural beam immediately and do not look at the sky. Guys, this is cosmic horror at its worst. Just looking at the moon means you get physically ripped apart and dragged up into the space. If your dog speaks, run. First laughing, now speaking, I'm gonna get a cat. If you hear human words coming from your pet tonight, do not look into its eyes and do not answer. It is no longer your dog and it is using that voice to locate you in the dark. This is sick. So Chihuahuas became even deadlier now? The dinosaurs have escaped. Wait. Is it Jurassic Park? And where did they even escape from? Huge prehistoric predators are loose and hunting in your neighborhood right now. Switch off every light in your house, lock your doors, and hide under a bed where nothing can see you through the windows. Knowing there is a massive T-Rex passing near your window casually is unreal panic. You are not real anymore. Wait, what? What do you mean I'm not real anymore? Imagine sitting in your living room and receiving this alert. The broadcast system has detected that your physical existence has officially ended, and your consciousness is fading out. If you see a bright white static screen on your TV, stare directly into it and try to remember your real name. Basically a remake of The Matrix. So creepy. The dead are back. Like, Zombies? Cemeteries across the area are reporting massive breaches, and things that should be buried are walking down your street. Lock every door, pull your blinds shut, and do not look outside no matter how familiar the voices sound. You cannot make any sound in this town anymore. Something is listening from inside the walls of every home, and even the smallest sound will let it find you. Put a pillow over your face if you need to cough, turn off your phone, and do not make a single sound. Inside the walls? Bro, this is terrifying. You can't even sneeze. And I'm not even talking about leaving the town without making a single sound. This is a living nightmare. If your mom calls you from the kitchen at 3 AM, hide. Mom again? Oh my god, these things will ruin me. Emergency broadcast services indicate she is already dead. The sound emitting from the kitchen is an auditory lure designed to draw you out of your room. The sun has vanished. Total blackout. The sun has completely disappeared from the sky and daylight will not return. Global temperatures are about to drop below freezing. Seal all windows, pile blankets in the center of your house, and try to survive. Honestly, this is so right. In this scenario, there is nothing else to say except try to survive. Do not look into the mirror after midnight. Reflection distortions begin exactly at 12 AM. If you glance at the mirror after midnight and notice your reflection isn't blinking when you do, break the glass immediately and do not look at the shards. Yeah guys, actually this one doesn't sound so creepy like the previous ones. Like, you can just cover the mirrors with some blankets or towels and you're fine. Problem solved. One of your classmates is not real. An anomalous entity has slipped into the student body. If you notice a classmate whose face looks slightly blurry in your peripheral vision or who stands completely still in the back rooms of the gym during lunch, do not acknowledge them. They are just waiting for you to notice they don't belong. Guys, just don't bully the weird kid. That's all. If school analog cores are your favorites, like the video so I know that. Every night it knocks on the windows. Stay silent. A creature is walking through your neighborhood after dark, tapping on house windows to find out who is inside. If you hear knocking on your glass tonight, do not make a sound, do not move, and do not look at it. Guys, hearing a random tap on my window in the dead of night would just ruin my sleep for a whole week. Do not trust your sister. She is no longer herself. If you notice her standing perfectly still at the foot of your bed without blinking, do not wake her up. The skin on her face is shedding from the inside out. Bro, this is so creepy. Just waking up at 3 AM and seeing your sister just looming over you with her eyes closed is already terrifying. And her face is also peeling from inside. This is horror. Yeah. A second moon has appeared. Stay indoors. A second moon has suddenly shown up in the sky. It is causing massive dangerous floods across the world. If you hear a loud, low buzzing sound shaking your windows, cover your ears. The sound is trying to make you want to go outside. Just earphones for life. Elevators are stopping at floors that do not exist. Wait, is this another backrooms level? Several building elevators are opening their doors into dark, unmapped concrete spaces that are not part of the building. If your elevator stops at a floor you do not recognize, do not look out, do not step out, and smash the close door button immediately. Or smash that subscribe button immediately. If you hear knocking at 2:22, hide under your bed. Something is testing front doors at exactly 2:22 AM to find out who is awake. If you hear 3 knocks tonight, do not check the door. Just crawl under your bed immediately and don't move until the sun comes up. Guys, this time is too specific. And the worst is, if you hear the sound you need to get under your bed and stay there for hours. That's bad. The real you is still asleep. If you notice a faint, rhythmic beeping sound in the background of your thoughts, your current life is an artificial dream state. Do not panic, find a mirror and stare into your own eyes until the hospital equipment forces you awake. I sometimes hear beeping sound in my head, but this is freaky. Absolutely freaky. Do not look at the blood moon. The moon has turned a bright wet red and the light it reflects is changing human tissue. If the red light touches your bare skin, your veins will begin to swell and push their way to the surface. Cover your body entirely and stay away from the windows. Guys, a bright wet red moon transforming, mutating your body is just too creepy. If your dog is barking at the wall, leave the house, because it's losing its mind. The animal is not barking at an empty wall. It is trying to drown out the sound of something chewing its way through the dry wall from the other side. If you see a moving tree, you need to hide. Several local tree structures have been classified as anomalous entities capable of rapid relocation. If any tree appears closer than its recorded baseline, immediately disconnect all lights and retreat to your designated shelter room. You are the last human on Earth. You are receiving this message from a spaceship. You are the last one left down there and we need your help to guide us back home. Please find a clear open area and signal us so we can find a safe place to land. Guys, this one is so much more creepier than the previous ones because it also has some kind of psychological twist. Like, first, this is too much responsibility for one person. And the second one is, what if the thing in the sky is not actually human and it's trying to lure you somewhere? Too creepy. Do not buy meat from the local butchery. If you notice that the prices are impossibly cheap and the butcher is smiling too wide, do not buy anything. The meat isn't animal. Lock your doors, throw away anything you already bought, and don't answer if they knock on your door tonight. You already got me at smiling too wide, and saying the butcher is coming after me tonight is adding some spice to it. You woke up in the wrong universe. If you notice that your bedroom door is on the wrong wall, or you are in a glitch dimension, do not panic, do not speak to anyone inside the house, and immediately go back to sleep to reset your reality. So easy? So you just go back to sleep and reset? Nice. Do not go to school tomorrow. Wait, really? Cool. I don't care about the rest. This is good news. The facility has officially clipped out of reality. If you show up tomorrow, the front doors will lead straight into a damp, endless maze of yellow wallpaper and buzzing fluorescent lights. Stay home, the school layout you remember no longer exists. I think I know where this is going. Good luck explaining this unexcused absence to your parents. You can accidentally time travel. Be ready. Time traveling sounds cool and stuff, but not having control over it is terrifying. Sudden temporal fractures are occurring in your area. If you notice your watch spinning rapidly backward or the sky instantly changing from day to night, stay completely still and just be ready to fall into the worst year of human history. Wait, does it necessarily transport you into the worst year? This is basically a superpower with a side effect. No thanks. If you see a door in your dream, do not open it. An entity is using sleep states to access the physical world. If you find a door in your dream tonight, keep walking past it, because opening it will let whatever is on the other side wake up in your body. This is deeply terrifying, because usually we don't have any control over ourselves in the dream state. And if your dream self sees that door, you're screwed, buddy. Your school is not real anymore. The building has shifted into an isolated pocket dimension. Wait, didn't we just do this? If you walk into a hallway and notice the lockers go on forever, there are no windows, do not enter any classrooms. Turn around immediately and run toward the nearest exit before the bells stop ringing. That is insane! Like the video, subscribe, pay attention to your phone alerts, and I'll see you in the next one.